Sticky call to action bars. Are they difficult to set up? What do you use them for? And most importantly, how do you get one up and running on your site? Let's see it. Just a couple weeks ago, we posted on our blog our end of the year review. This was an article that in essence covers, everything that we released in 2024 and provided just an overall summary of all of the exciting things happening behind the scenes here at Thrive Themes. This article, if you take a closer look, has its header change as you scroll down through the page, and it changes by swapping all of the content inside it, which in its static form is essentially just a menu, and instead shows people a call to action to sign up now and enjoy all of the great benefits that are coming to Thrive Themes in 2025. You know what? Let's just go ahead and replicate this entire behavior from scratch so that you can set it up on your website as well. All you need to follow along is an active license to Thrive Suite, which you can get by clicking on the link inside the description box. All right, let's dive in. Alrighty, so I'm in the back end of my WordPress website and I have Thrive Suite installed on this WordPress environment, and this is not going to take us a whole lot of time. All we really want to work on this video is the header of our website. And since we are using Thrive Suite, in order to quickly locate or create a new header, what we're going to do is jump over into Thrive Dashboard, and inside Thrive Dashboard we're going to jump into global elements, global components, and then here, as you can see, there's a section for headers. So let's go ahead and use jump inside headers, and here you're free to pick if you want to customize an existing header or if you want to create a new one. I have one here created that's called Tony's header. It's essentially empty, so I'm just going to go ahead and work on this one. All right, and this is what my current header looks like. It's, like I said, essentially empty, and this is what we're going after, right? So we have, as of right now, a header that is essentially made up of 3 different columns. The first, or the very far left-hand column, is essentially just a logo. We then have a middle column with a navigation menu, and then we have a right-hand column with a custom, account menu item, and then a call to action here prompting people to get Thrive Suite. And if you scroll down through the page, that header changes, and it's essentially, again, a 3-column layout where we have a cute little icon here of the Thrive Themes logo inside a rocket, then a simple text element, and then a right-hand column here with some call to actions. So it's a very simple but useful sticky bar. So let's go ahead and replicate this using Thrive Architect. So first things first, we want to here make sure that we're customizing the header in static mode. And what we're going to do is essentially just drop in, I'm not even sure if I want a content box. Now let's just go ahead and follow the proper hierarchy of designing things in Thrive Architect. So let's go ahead and drop in a content box. And here we're going to drag in 3 columns. Great. We can make them even right now. We're not going to have them be evenly equal in size and width, but for now, let's just go ahead and make them even. We're going to drag and drop in an image. This is going to serve as our logo. So I'm going to drop the Thrive Themes logo in here, make it a little bit smaller. And then we need a menu. So we can just drag and drop a custom menu. We can probably make it simple. It doesn't have to be a mega menu. To be fair, we actually do use a mega menu on our site, but in order to keep things simple for the sake of just powering through this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and use a simple menu. So let's make this like this, make it a little wider. We don't need the columns to be evenly distributed, as I was saying earlier, but I'm kind of just playing it by eye. I'm not actually following exact widths. You can customize this however you wish, and we need a button here on the right-hand column. Let's go ahead and grab this orangish color from Thrive's website. Great. And let's stick it in here. Let's give our button some borders, and let's make this Get Thrive Suite. I don't love the letter spacing here, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's make this bold. All right, that's not bad. And I think I just want to make sure I get rid of all of these margins and paddings. It's great. Let's do the same thing with our custom menu. Let's just get rid of these top and bottom margins, and the same thing with our image. Excellent. Columns, again, don't need all these margins and paddings. Here, I'm going to make sure that everything inside my columns is being positioned to the center, vertically speaking. And content box, I'm going to get rid of the top and bottom margin, and I'm going to leave the internal padding, okay? That way there's a little bit of breathing room. So this gets me to having somewhat of a static header like the one that Thrive Themes uses, right? Actually, I'm probably missing the white background. We probably want to have this header just have a white background. All right, that's perfect. And it is stretching out to cover the full width of the screen, but we're going to be able to customize this on our individual pages, the pages that make use of this global component. So why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and jump into the backend of WordPress and jump into pages. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new page. I'm going to call this sticky call to action bar. I'm going to go ahead and publish. This is a testing environment. You're probably, if you're following along and building this on your site, make sure you don't actually publish an empty page. Save it as a draft. But this is a fake environment, and I'm not actually going to publish anything that the world is going to see, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, perfect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start off from a pre-built landing page, just because I want to have some placeholder content to see what how my sticky bar behaves. So let's just go ahead and use maybe one from these really nice templates that comes with Expert. Let's go ahead and use this one about the author page. Perfect. And now if I come into my page settings, I can tell Thrive Architect, hey, I want you to actually inherit a header on this page. And we're going to make this header be Tony's header. So let's just go ahead and look for Tony's header. Tony's header is here. Insert this header. All right. And here is the header that we've been working on so far, right? And it is stretching out to cover the full width of the page, which is fine. That's okay. I am noticing that this button is not is being centered inside this column. I think I want to right justify it, just because my logo is being left justified. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's edit the header, and here for a button, let's go ahead and make it align to the right. Yeah, that's much better. And check this out. So now we have a working static header, but we still need to configure the functionality so that the header not only sticks, but also changes its content as it's sticking and scrolling down through the page. So let's go ahead and do that. Just edit the header, and we're gonna go under scroll behavior. We're gonna make the header stick. So now once we start scrolling down, the header is going to be sticky towards the top. And let's go ahead and just save our work and preview what that looks like. All right, so this is our header. And as we scroll down, you can see how the header is just sticky at the top, right? Which is great. We still have access to our menu items. Our call to action serves our purpose. Perfect. Now let's go back and let's continue to work on our header. And here what we're going to do is we're going to make the header sticky until the end of the page. This is great. But we're going to have it switch on scroll. And what this does is, as you can see, this new option here to change the status of our header showed up, right? We're currently editing the header on page load, but we can now change the behavior and start customizing our header when we're scrolling down through the page. So any sort of change that I make now to my header is only going to be applicable to when that header is currently being sticky and we're scrolling down through the page. So let's go ahead and make our changes. So we still want a 3-column layout, but I am going to change my image. I'm not going to use the Thrive Themes logo. Instead, I'm going to use the cute little Thrive Themes icon here inside a rocket, a space shuttle. All right, let's make this a little smaller. I think I don't need this to be so spread out, so we're going to make this, get rid of the custom menu. We're going to insert some text. Let's just go ahead and copy this text. bring it in here, paste it, and I think I just want to make it maybe a little bigger. Get rid of the line spacing. The call to action bar that Thrive uses here that we're using on our end of the year review, it actually does have a 2-column layout, right? Because we do have inside the very further right-hand column, we have 2 more columns, right? One for this call to action and another column for this button, for this separate call to action. So we're gonna have to use columns, some more columns inside my right hand column, and here I'm going to drag and drop this button, and now I can just make this a text element and have this be see all features. See all features. Let's get rid of the line spacing. We're going to have to make this a little wider, and we're probably just want to have to center everything here like we did earlier. Just vertically position everything to the center, make this a little bigger, and change it to Rubik. Oops. Rubik. Excellent. And maybe line this text to the center. And I think that if we now make this, yeah, this is somewhat starting to look a whole lot better. We probably want to get rid of some of these margins and paddings. So let's jump in here into columns, get rid of all these margins and paddings. All right, and I think that if we can just hit save and preview our work, we should have somewhat of a working sticky bar. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, this is our static header, and if we scroll down, boom, looking sweet. Hey, not a bad start. I mean, we've been at this for 10 minutes and we already have a working, really, really smooth sticky bar up and running on our page. And we can change and customize the entire content inside it however we wish. So that's pretty cool. Well, I don't really feel the need to extend this video much longer because it really is this simple. It's just a question of designing your header once in static mode and then designing what the appearance of your header looks like when it's sticky as you scroll down through your page. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comment section below. And if you did find this video useful, liking and subscribing helps me a ton. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.